Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the AEW Weekly Wrap Up. I'm your host, Ethan Black, and today we're talking about the shows from last week, the final Rampage 2023, the AEW World's End pay per view, and also, I guess, for AEW International Plus for the international fans, like for UK and stuff, they did a Best of Collision show, which I'll talk about very quick, and tell this week's Dynamite, and also tell a preview of upcoming shows, and also Ring of Honor stuff. And I'm also going to include my top 10 matches of AEW from 2023, which I'll do at the end of the review. So that'll be like the last thing before this show is over. So we're just going to jump right into it. We're going to start with Rampage from December 29th, New Year's Match Day 2, opening match. Ruby So defeating Rhea Shafir 5 minutes 13 seconds via roll up. For the ringer, Pure Tell, Winner Year retained from Matt out 9 minutes 34 seconds via seatbelt. In the main event, in a trios action, Top Flight Dante and Darius Martin team with Ashley Andrade they defeat Best Friends, International Champ Orange Cassidy, Rock Romero, and Tripura at 12 minutes and 54 seconds via Half Nelson driver on Rocky Romero. So ratings for this match. Soho for Shavir gets 5 out of 10. Pure Tell match gets a 6 out of 10. And the main event trios match gets 7 out of 10. Only match I recommend check from the show is the trios match. Then we'll go to 8-hour World's End. So we had 13 matches overall. We had 3 on the pre-show and 10 on the main show. So the pre-show match or zero out was Will Knight go defeating Chris Statlander via Babe with the power at 13 minutes and 29 seconds, and a 20-minute TNT Title Contenders Battle Royal where the winner gets a shot at the title anytime, anywhere, basically like a Money in the Bank contract. Killswitch defeating Ashley Andrade, Alex Reynolds, Angel Parker, Brian Keefe, Christopher Dales, Don Castle, Dan House, Darius Martin, Johnny TV, John Silver, Kip Sabian, Lance Archer, Lee Johnson, Matt Menard, Rocky Romero, Serpentico, Butcher, Blade, and Trent Beretta at 13 minutes 51 seconds. Last eliminated Trent Beretta. And the main event of the pre-show, FTW title online under FTW rules. Hook retains a red leader at 10 minutes and 18 seconds. And I'll do my overall reign from each match after. So the main show starts with 8-man tag match featuring 8 men from the Continental Classic. Blackpool Combat Club's Brian Diaz and Claudio Castagnoli, team with Dale Garcia and Mark Briscoe, defeating Brody King, Jay Lethal, Jay White, and Rush at 17 minutes and 16 seconds via roll up on Jay Lethal. Miro defeating Andrade El Elo at 15 minutes and 12 seconds by submission via game over. For the women's title, Tony Storm retains over Riho 11 minutes 45 seconds via Storm 0. Swerve Strickland defeat Dustin Rhodes, who substituted for Keith Lee due to injury at 9 minutes and 28 seconds via Swerve Stump, I believe it was. Let's go with that. Anyway, 8-man tag match with Liz Gus, Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, teaming up with Darby Allin and Sting to defeat 8-0 World Touches, Big Bill, Ricky Starks, and then Don Callis families, Canel's Gay Cash and Powerhouse at 15 minutes, 42 seconds via Shooting Star Press, Ricky Starks. Julia Hart retains the TBS title over Abaddon, limits 57 seconds via Moonsault. TNT title online in a no DQ match, Adam Copeland defeating Christian Cage at 24 minutes and 48 seconds via Kill Switch. Not Luchasaurus Kill Switch, but the finisher. So we had a rematch. Christian Cage regained the TNT title by defeating Adam Copeland 12 seconds via spear. So after the match, Kill Switch came out and chokeslammed Copeland on the chairs. He was going to catch, but Christian Cage basically told Kill Switch to give him the contract, so he didn't. Rematch started. Then the finals of the Continental Classic determined the first ever Continental Crown champion from Blue Eddie Kingston defeating Gold League winner John Moxley at 17 minutes 16 seconds via Norlight's bomb. And the main for the 8-0 World title, Samoa Joe wins the 8-0 World title away from MJF at 17 minutes 52 seconds by submission via clean clutch. So ratings from the pre-show, Will Knight versus Chris Statler 8 out of 10. The 20-man battle royal was a 6 out of 10. 5 out of 10. FTW title match was a 6 out of 10. So the main show, 8-man tag match, the Continental Classic 8-man tag, I'm just going to say 7 out of 10. Miro versus Andrade Elo gets a 6 out of 10. Match went a little too long for my liking. For the women's title, Tony Storm retains over Riho, 5 out of 10. Swerve versus Dustin gets a 6 out of 10. The Late Sex Gods, Darby and Sting versus Don Casway in the tag champs gets a 6 out of 10. TBS title match, 6 out of 10. TNT title no DQ match gets a 9 out of 10. The rematch, I'm not going to count because it's under a minute. The Continental Classic Vault gets a 10 out of 10 for me. And then maybe the world title match gets an 8 out of 10. So that was World's End. And then on Fight TV for the AW Plus members, but I think it's for like the UK and stuff. They did a little best of show. Only 3 matches there. It was Brian Danielson versus Ricky Starks at Texas Death Match, where Danielson got the win in 27 seconds. They showed the 2 out of 3 phones for the 8 World titles for FT. That was in July 15th collision. where FTR retained or Bullet Club Gold 2-1. And then they re-showed the tag team women's street fight between Chris Jericho defeating Demon Mercedes Martinez 10 minutes and 33 seconds. Now we'll go to the first AEW Dynamite of 2024 as we kick it off with comments from the new world champs Mojo from World's In. And basically, he calls him a scumbag. He's a heartless son of a B word. And then basically, he said he'll take on anyone who wants to take the world title from him. Oh, by the way, at World's End, we did find out that Adam Cole was the devil, and honestly, that was pretty predictable. All Roger Strong, the Kingdom, and Warlow being the helpers. So we kick it off with Adam Cole getting new theme music. I actually do like the. I am gonna miss his single theme song, but I mean, it's whatever. So basically, they all get in the ring. Roger Strong tells everyone shut up, and it was his best friend Adam. And then Cole basically says, MJF's created more enemies in AEW than anyone runs about every single person in the locker room that makes him devil and buy him first class tickets straight to hell. Then he calls him a narcissist. He only cares about himself. And even Tony Khan will think of now he's never coming back. He said he never needed MJF, but MJF needed him. Cole continues to talk. Says MJF's dead, but Undisputed Kingdom, that's the new group name, is here for introducing the Ring World Tag Champions and Mike Ben Matt Taven. Before he said Strong's go after the international title and World's going after World title, but once he wins, he'll forfeit title to Cole. And then he said, talk about Joe doesn't want to hurt a friend. And he said, guitar, things that he don't need to change. And it's a new chapter that will here to stay. So Jay White comes out. He said what he likes to MJF, but not what he did to him. So we get a big brawl between Undisputed Kingdom and the Bullet Club Gold before we get the return of Trio Champions Declaim and Billy Gunn. As Cole hides behind Doc Simpson, who says not clear. And then Declaim and Bullet Club Gold have a face-off before BCG leaves. So that's it. Fun, great opening segment. Then we get a video from World's End. Eddie Kingston double his Continental Crown title win. And then we get a feedback on Dale Garcia tells match with Strickland in the main event. How big one start 2024 to Rise Stars and tells Swerve seems on big pressure. And it's going to match will beat Strickland. Then we go to the opening match for the international title. Orange Cassidy retains over Dante Martin at 13 minutes and 25 seconds via Orange Punch. Really fun match to kick off the first Dynamite of 2024. I give this one a 7 out of 10. I like how Dante went to the top rope and Cassidy moved out of the way, and then Cassidy doing his normal rolling, and then Dante just like splashed out across the ring. I actually thought that was pretty cool spot. But yeah, this was a fun opening match. This one's 7 out of 10. Then after the match, we see Hookhausen come out to check on Orange Cassidy while Darius Martin actually help Dante up. They shake hands. We hear at first they made a little botch where they actually played Top Flight's music. So and then we get to return a Private Party who we haven't seen in a very long time. Mark Quinn's been out with, I think it was a knee injury. I believe he's been out for a while, but it was actually pretty good to see Private Party. I'm glad I say Cassidy's away from the Hardys. And then Mark Quinn's tag division. He's been lacking, missing some flavor, excitement, and Private Party. Private Party before I said Cassidy puts every tag team on nose. Basically calling out FTR Young Bucks Hardys for matches. They said New Year, New Me, but to them it's New Year, New Champs. I wouldn't mind actually having them having a run. I don't know if it should be a long one, but I wouldn't mind them as AEW Tag Champs. And then we go to backstage. Renee Paquette is women's champion. Tony Storm and Luther. As basically Tony said, Renee's perfume is overwhelming. And since she was like to come here to the US in New Jersey and not New York, she has some phone calls and they go over to Broadway. And Renee was talking about how Mariah May wants Storm to watch her debut match. And since she doesn't watch wrestling, which I thought that was pretty funny. And then Luther carries her out and then does a shoot thing and then moves out of the way. And we get a field package from House Black, topple their match on Collision with FTR. And then we go Renee Paquette backstage again. This was where Strickland and Prince Nana. And then basically just talk about the match Dale Garcia. And Swerve has eyes on gold and calls Smoke to tell me be ready. I hope that match happens at Double or Nothing. I'm pretty excited for that match. Whatever that happens. But I can see Swerve being a world champion in 2024. Then our second match of the show, Mariah May making her in-ring debut as she gets win over Queen Amanita at 6 minutes and 39 seconds via the Mayday. It's like I think it's like the Phantom Jar like Santos Escobar does, but I thought it was a pretty cool move. And if you see Mariah May, when she wrestled in Stardom last year, she was actually really good. But fun little debut match. I just want a 5 out of 10. Then after the match, Renee joins her in the ring and basically asks her to feel about her first one at AEW. And basically how she wants to be doing it since a little kid. Hopes Tony starts watching the first time New Year's about Mariah, but he'll regret that they did New Jersey. And of course, if you top up the city. Somebody from New Jersey is gonna come out, and we get the debut of Deanna Pross from Impact. Sorry, TNA Wrestling. Her contract just actually ran up 3 days ago. Introduces herself and tells Mariah to her Orange Star she'll find out she's now all elite in the age of Federosa. So Mariah says she's not Storm's messenger and tells her to do herself B word and then slaps her cross face. So Deanna lays her out with a slap and then hits her with a boot. And I like how Taz like, yeah, you don't slap a Jersey girl, which I thought that was pretty funny. But I'm pretty excited for Deanna Prasso to be in AEW. I'm really excited for that. And then Tony Schiavone introduces the Patriarch, that is TNT champ Christian Cage, Shayna Wayne, Nick Wayne, and Killswitch. So they all make way down the ring. And Shayna Wayne gets my fault. How can you boo a mother before passing the mic to Grace TNT champ Christian Cage? And then basically, uh, Christian Down was hysterical, right? Even though he lost, but I thought this promo was great. I like how he told Shivani if he interrupted him that Shane was going to bend him more, give him a spanking. Well, discipline, but we know pretty much spanking. Basically thanking everybody. He looked like he was going to thank Killswitch, but he thanks himself, which we get a crowd chant of Killswitch. And then he basically said, "I'm Copeland's the last time he's going to face him, as no more tall shots for him." And he's Patriots facing him down forever. Good Poro. This feud's not over. I imagine they might do a match at Revolution, but wait and see. But I thought it was a good promo from Christian Cage. I love the heel side of him, honestly. Then we backstage for him is with the Outcast and Harley Cameron, which Ruby admits that Sarah's Rowan said Cameron could be helpful, and Harley says she'll do anything. As Ray tells her to be cool, or she'll blow it. So Renee asks what's going on, and Ray said bye. Honestly, I don't care about this group anymore. Like this storyline, I'm not a big fan of it, but wait and see, I guess. But I'm not, as of right now, I'm not a big fan of it. Hopefully, it gets a little interesting, but it's whatever. Get Harley Cameron on TV after that whole QTV thing. Then we go to the third match of the show, my favorite match of the night. This is actually my match of the show. Hinosuke Takeshita gets an order out at 12 minutes and 50 seconds via power drive knee. This was an excellent match. They didn't announce this match till like 4 o'clock Eastern yesterday afternoon. For me, this is an 8 out of 10. This was an excellent match. I actually wouldn't mind these two guys running it back one-on-one action. And thank God we got Hinosuke Takeshita in singles competition. TK, please push him more. But I like one spot where he basically did a rolling German suplex on the ramp and Darby lands on his poor head. That was a cool spot. And also another spot before that, earlier in the match, where Darby went for a Tope Susie and Takeshita. Oh, running knee. That's what a knee right to. That was a Darby man, crazy bumps. And then basically lots of coffin drops on top rope. But like I said, this was excellent. I wouldn't mind these two guys actually facing off again. And then we come back from break. Renee Pickett is with Don Cass family. Cass just speaks in Japanese. Honestly, I didn't understand what he said. I do apologize. I don't speak Japanese. But Don Cass basically at Daly's place at Homecoming Day are challenging Sting and Darby to a tag match with Takeshita and Powerhouse Hobbs. And they're going to make Sting 25-1. Then we go to match number 4, the tournament contender for the Continental Crown. Originally in my notes, I said Continental Crown title, but honestly, that sounds a little weird, so I'm just going to call it Continental Crown. The winner will meet Eddie Case on Collision. El Hijo Vikingo, who is the AAA Mega Champion, versus Brian Cage for Shrimp Rat versus Ron third of the Ring of Honor 6-man tag team Brian Cage. This was a fun match. Brian gets win at 9 minutes 40 seconds via strong zero on Brian Keith. Excuse me. Fun match. Like I said, 6 out of 10. Kind of weird that I feel like TK just hit a random button. Honestly, I thought Brody or Brian Diaz would get a shot at the top because technically they did pin them at the Condo Classic. Which is weird, but it's whatever. But we all know Kingston's going to retain. But this was a fun match, like I said. I don't really got much to say. I did get a lot of Kingston's commentary. He has heat with Taz because he didn't fight more for gobble goals. I do apologize, but basically, no, I fight him more for food in New York. And Scalper's like, yeah, he didn't fight me either. And I like how Kingston got afraid when Vicky got close to the announce table because obviously stuff, Vikingo, if you see him, I think it was Taz's Coke Zero, but Pink's like, you're Coke Zero. I thought Kingston's counter was funny, but I thought it was one match. Like I said, 6 out of 10. Then Renee gets message again with Matt Menard, and she said he'll be on commentary for the main event. But for an hour, because we see him Paige shut up at the arena, and he said look for Joe. If he can't find Joe, he's just gonna go after Adam Cole or anyone else. Meet him Menard before walking up, so give him a reason. So Cole or Page was mad coming in the arena. Then we go to our main event, match number 5. Swerve Strickland gets winner Derek Garcia at 13 minutes and 20 seconds via JMO driver. Really fun main event, 7 out of 10 for me. My only nitpick was well, not really nitpick, but they had a botch where not really a botch, like mishap where Garcia. So Swerve gets in Menard's face, and then Dale Garcia basically push Swerve into the barricade, gets him on the table, does try to go for the drag slayer, but might have been so slippery from the Coke Zero task bill, but they fell. That was a scary there. I thought Garcia hit his head on the floor. Thank God he's okay. But earlier in the match, I did like the dance off we got between Nana and Garcia. Excuse me. But before Pedro, I like how the Death Valley drop on the apron. And then basically match ends where they do back four. Swerve hits the house call, follow jam drop for the win, like I said. And again, 7 out of 10, fun main event. After the match, Swerve was gonna shake Garcia's hand, but Nana basically low blows him in the low blows him. Someone else runs the ring, beats up or him and Swerve brawl from it before he got taken out. As Swerve kicked him in the family jewels. Before him and Page goes to the ring and goes face to face before they start brawling with each other as the close of the first episode of Dynamite of the new year. I really enjoyed this episode. Honestly, I've been enjoying Dynamite. This episode I enjoyed a lot better than the last couple and all over the last month. Overall score, I just went 7 out of 10. Honestly, on this show, I recommend watching the Konosuke Catcher versus Darby Allin match, the international title, and the main event. That's the 3 I recommend checking out. But on tomorrow's Rampage, it's funny, lately they haven't announced it. You know how during the show they always announce the matches for Rampage and Collision and stuff? They didn't announce anything for Rampage. I had to go on Twitter the next day and find out what the matches were. So these are spoilers. So if you don't want to hear it, you could skip over 5 seconds. So on Rampage, it'll be a trio of Matt and Jeff Hardy versus and Mark Briscoe versus Butcher, Blake, Kip Sabian. Tag team match of Chris Taylor, Will Knight versus Kennedy Hardcastle, and Notorious Mimi. Hardcore Shield versus AJ, and we'll defend the ring where Pierre Taylor gets Commander. Then on Collision, only 2 matches made so far. House of Black versus FTR in tag team action. In any case, we'll defend the Connell Crown against Trent Beretta. And next week's Dynamite only match made official was the tag team match Don Callis family versus Darby Allin and Sting. So that was AEW Dynamite. And then we'll go over to Ring of Honor. So we can go with Griff. So 9 matches. So this is the rest of the days from last week. So I figured with the holiday stuff, they probably want to do double taping. So 9 matches on the show. We had Griff Garrison defeats Rebecca in the opening match. Lance Archer defeat JB Harlow. Don Callis defeat Pierre Avalon. Queen Amanita defeat Maya World. In a triple threat tag match, Shane Taylor promotes Shane Taylor Lee Moriarty, defeating the inferior Carly Brown Sean Dean, and the boys, Brandon and Brad Tate. Brett Bell defeat Alex Garcia. Mercedes Demon defeat Leo Hirsch and Rachel Ellering. Cole Fletcher retains the TV title over Willie Maggett semi main event. And the main event 6-man tag El Hijo and Vikingo, Lee Johnson, and Commander defeating the workhorseman that is Anthony Henry Drake and Grand Gay Loco. So that was Ring of Honor. So that's the review part. Now I'm going to do my top 10 matches of 2020. This is AEW matches only. All right, so we'll get. Sorry, I was trying to get my list up for my top 10. So all I'll mention is there were 0.6 attention because there's code for Brian Diaz for Forbidden Door June 25th. This was an excellent match, but my only nitpick was the seizure spot that kind of this wasn't right, but I kind of took it out just for that only. But don't get me wrong. I forgot the. Actually, I'll talk about after this. So number 10, we go to Collision from July 15th. FTR defensive world titles against Bull Colt in a 2-out-3 falls match. Excellent match. I mean, this went over 50 minutes. Great match. Number 9 from All Out, September 3rd. Ricky Starks with Brian Diaz in a strap match. Number 8, back to Saturday Night Collision, October 28th. MJF defensive world title against Kenny Omega. Number 7 for Wrestle Dream, October 1st. Swerve Strickland to be Heyman Page. First Heyman Page. Number 7, Brian Danielson for Zack Sabre, also from Wrestle Dream, October 1st. Number 6 from All Out, September 3rd. Kenny Omega versus Konosuke Takeshita. So that was number 5. So number 4 from the semifinals of Conor Classic, New Year's match, December 27th. Brian Danielson versus Eddie Kingston. Then number 4 from Full Gear, November 18th. Heyman Page versus Swerve Strickland in a Texas Death Match. I'm sorry, number 3. Number 2 from Revolution, March 5th. 8-0 World Champ MJF versus Brian Danielson in a 60-minute Iron Man match for the 8-0 World title. And number 1, Kenny Omega defends the IWGP United States against Will Ospreay at Forbidden Door. So just one more time. So number 10 was the AEW World Title 2-3 Falls match from Collision July 15th. Number 9 was the strap match All Out. Ricky Starks with Brian Nelson. Number 8 was MJF vs. Kenny Omega for the AEW World Title from Collision October 28th. Number 7 was Swerve vs. Heyman from Wrestle Dream. Number 6 was Brian Nelson vs. Zack Jr., also from Wrestle Dream. Number 5 was Omega vs. Kenta All Out. Number 4 was Danielson vs. Kingston semifinal Final Classic. Number 3 was the Texas match between Heyman and Swerve. Number 2 was MJF vs. Brian in 69-man match for the World Title. And number 1 was Omega vs. Ospreay for Forbidden Door. I know, actually, I forgot to mention at the top of the show, but news right quick. So, Brian Nelson and Jon Moxley were at New Japan Pro Wrestling's Wrestle Kingdom 18 at Tokyo Dome today. Jon Moxley, he was wrestling, and Will Ospreay technically too. We're all wrestling. So Moxley and Ospreay were in a triple threat match with Dave Finlay for the global title, which they both lost. So Dave Finlay's first ever IWGP Global Champion. That went 22 minutes 17 seconds. That was a fun match, 7 out of 10. Brian Danielson was in the semi-main event of Wrestle Kingdom, where he lost to Kazuchika Okada at 23 minutes 24 seconds via Rainmaker. So yeah, that was the quick news there, but that is it for the show this week, guys. I'm your host, Ethan Black. Have a good weekend, guys, and stay safe.
Thanks for listening to the WWE Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe on your favorite podcast app so you don't miss a show, or head to WWEpodcast.com. And for all of these shows ad-free, head over to patreon.com/WWE Podcast. Until then, we'll see you next time.